going on, Jerome's? So everything is horrible. Like everything is probably about as bad as it could possibly be right now for the Vikings. But given the Vikings' status as cardiac kids, I'm not worried. I'm not worried, man. Maybe a little bit worried. Where the offensive line has absolutely shat the bed. Darrisaw's out with a concussion again. The defense has been absolutely garbaggio. And other than that, things are going really well. So the Vikings right now down 20-3. They're gonna have a shot at a long field goal, try and make it 23-3 at the half. Plus Dallas gets the ball to start the second half, and so the Vikings first possession, third down. Darrisaw, well, partly it's Kirk Cousins held on to the ball for 17,000 years, and then Parsons got that strip sack, set Dallas up for an easy 3. Vikings then punch in a touchdown, settled for 3, and now it's just the wheels are sort of falling off at this point. But of course we know. Oh, are they going to take a look at that? I don't know. Whatever. Whatever, CD. Stupid Dak. It's honestly like Ed Donatell doesn't know that the quarterback is allowed to run. Like he was caught off guard by that rule change. Shot from 60 yards. And it is... Wow, he made it. That's complete garbage. Wow. So we predicted before the game that the Vikings would be making a furious comeback, and our final score prediction was actually 29-3. 29-23. So it's in play. It's impossible, man. Oh, now what? This officiating crew is already burning my grits. Tristan D, $2 in super chat. Why do they do this after every big win? It's human nature. Dallas got embarrassed. Vikings had a big-time emotional win in overtime. And we said all week long that it cannot be a letdown. There cannot be that emotional hangover. And Kevin O'Connell, this is on him. I mean, obviously we've had good vibes this season. Also, that catch should have been reviewed. It kind of looked like he trapped it. That hit the ground. That was a Gabe Davis. Oh. Now they're reviewing it. Jesus, how long does this They have the sloths from Zootopia working the replay booth. I mean, how does that take so long? Now, I think it pretty clearly hits the ground. It's not as clear as the Gabe Davis, but I think it's pretty clear that he traps it against the ground. And yeah, the ball can touch the ground, but I don't think that he had full control until he trapped it against the turf. So we'll see what happens there. But it's funny, they took that field goal off the board. I mean, how slow is the replay official? Ben Durham Clive, $5. This is a really good reality check game. We're not unstoppable. Derek Baker, $10 super chat. As suspected, Dallas came in hungry, and Vikings lack intensity, piss poor O-line play, and clearly the game plan did not account for Parsons, proven game record. And now what? I'm getting tired of this ref already. I got the sound muted. What's going on? Was it a catch? Put something on the graphic, man. All right, whatever. Now he has to try and make it again. That's funny. Vino DC, £5 in the super chat. Plays or €5, whatever. Plays Darrisaw without a helmet on why he's concussion protocol again. I don't know, man. Like Darrisaw looked a little hesitant out there, and maybe it's because he wasn't fully good to go from the concussion he suffered last week. But I don't know. Obviously, safety first, but they got to get something figured out. Mainly, they still got to run the ball. As weird as that sounds, I mean, the Vikings can't get one-dimensional because you know what's going to happen with Micah Parsons. I mean, Parsons could end up with like 9 sacks this game if they just pass. And they got to give the defense a rest because Dallas is dominating the time of possession. That front seven is already the front seven's already bad, and now they're getting tired too. And man, it would have been nice to have Linval Joseph. Man, it would have been nice to have Ndamukong Suh sort of help stopping the run. I mean, this thing's going to come out low. How about a field goal block one time, Matt Daniels? Stupid Brett Maher and stupid face. God, he drilled it again. It's so stupid. That would have been good from 70. My God. Anyways, Vikings 29, Cowboys 23. It's happening. Yeah. But this is what we were worried about. This is what we were absolutely worried about. The emotional letdown, emotional hangover. Cowboys 8 of 10 on third down right now. And there's nothing that the Vikings run defense can do. It's absolutely pathetic. Like Pollard and Zeke are getting 3 yards down the field before they're even contacted. It's just extremely messed up, man. And it is frustrating overall, but this could be a bit of a wake-up call for the Vikings. So, like we've been doing, halftime winners and losers. Dalvin's actually running the ball really well, except the Vikings are getting away from a run the ball. Dalvin's got 8 for 45 at this point. And the offensive line, for as much as they have their issues with pass protection, they can run the ball. Thielen has had some couple nice catches. Jefferson is starting to get loose. Pat Jones II seems like he's the only one on defense playing with some energy. Ryan Wright flipped the field at the end. They still got a field goal. Cousins, it's kind of close. Cousins has been under duress. Cousins starting to see some ghosts back there. It's starting to look like Jim Everett. Shandon forced a field goal. Had nice defense there. Daniil, blah, blah, blah. Hawkinson. Actually, I think we have to take Hawkinson off because, so losers, we got the emotional hangover. Run defense has been absolutely piss poor. Actually, the defense just in general, because Cowboys have 249 yards of offense. Vikings have 98 and 6.1 yards per play, almost doubling up the Vikings. It's just really pathetic right now. Absolutely pathetic. Time of possession almost 2-1. Tristan D, $2 in Super Chat. Fire Ed. We're sort of getting there. Pass protection has not been good. Cousins has been sacked 3 times, pressured on nearly all of them. Andrew Booth Jr. Getting absolutely roasted by Michael Gallup. They're targeting him. He's missing tackles. He's getting penalties. Whatever. Hawkinson dropped that super easy touchdown, which would have been nice to have at this point. Darisaw, even before he left with a concussion, gave up 2 third-down sacks, and also not signing Suh or Linval. Jake Stockland, $5 in Super Chat. I'm tired of the shell defense. Can we press on wide receivers so they can buy time for our pass rush? Yes. That's what it should be like. I don't care if you're going to get beat, but if you're playing 9 yards off the receiver, you're 100% going to get beat. Doesn't matter who you are, especially if you're a rookie. It's frustrating, man. Derek Baker needed wake-up call for Ed Donatell and Kevin O'Connell. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, so that's the thing to me where it's sort of like the Bills game where it's sort of right off. Miracle coming up. It's Mike McCarthy. Yeah, it's still Mike McCarthy. And once the Vikings get a little bit of momentum in the second half, the Cowboys are going to be like, oh, here they come again. And all of a sudden, the Vikings and that horseshoe firmly up the A is going to be dun, 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 dun. Got a good feeling. Right? But the number one thing is it would be very easy. I mean, you're down 23-3 at home at halftime. Not a prime time, but basically a nationally televised game. And it would be very easy to say that it'd be very easy to say that the Vikings could just roll over and die. It's like, it's not our day. You know, we're still 8-2, still have the second best record in the NFC, blah, 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 blah. But I want to see pride in the second half. I want to see the defense actually get a stop. I want to see Cousins on the offense and Dalvin and Jefferson put up a touchdown. I want them to claw their way back into this thing. And hell, they could still lose. That's fine. But I just don't want to see any quit. I don't want to see this game become 48-6. Yeah, I don't want to see that, and I don't think Kevin O'Connell does either. And this is another big test because not only do you have the emotional hangover game, you got your ass kicked in the first half. You're at home. You have another game coming up in 4 days on Thanksgiving night. So, I mean, players may already be looking ahead to the Patriots, but they can't do that. Can't do that. So get a stop out there with the defense, and then do a little something with the offense. Make this thing 23-10, and then all of a sudden, strange things can happen. We've certainly seen that. Anthony Sebring, where'd that go? Anthony Sebring, $5 in the super chat. Of course, we never want to lose, but when we want this to happen, if we want to lose, how many? No, I don't think we want to lose. Just overall. Yeah. So it is what it is there. But all right, so that's the halftime show. We'll be back for the post-game show. Hopefully it's not a post-mortem. Actually, we'll be back after the Minnesota Vikings just make another beautiful comeback. I'm not worried. But we'll see you for the post-game show as well as winners and losers.